My comments will be limited to the scope of city communications concerning Proposition 1 and not the merits of the measure itself. I think if you were to ask some of those with whom I served alongside up on that dais, and some of them are still around, or to ask city staff that I worked alongside for those 8 years, some of them are still in our community. One of them's right back there. They would say I was nothing if not fair. It may not sound like I'm being fair tonight, although I assure you I'm trying to be. I'm disappointed. I hate saying that. I hate saying that about the city government I was once a part of. But the actions of the city administration concerning communication about Prop 1 have been disingenuous and quite frankly dishonest. I spoke to you all on July 24th during public comment and sent several pages detailing how the figures were wrong. In early September, the Office of the King County Assessor released figures showing a 10.2% increase in median assessed value in the city. So why is it that when I received this postcard, which was printed a month after those numbers came out, does it use the 2024 figure of 914,000? It's now over $1 million. Proposition 1 will cost more than what the city is saying. Why does this say the average property will be charged $219.36 annually? First, the number is wrong. It's more than that. And second, even if it were correct, it's not. That would be the year one figure. No mention of the allowance for inflation. This is completely false. If this sort of thing occurred in the private sector, it would be investigated as potentially fraudulent. And where's Liz Loomis on this? We hired a consultant and paid her $100,000 for 1 year to work. What, a handful of hours each week? The council should be outraged that after a 12-month contract, nonsense like this gets produced. And she must just be oblivious, because how is it that a guy like myself who's been out of municipal government for 20 years can find an heir, but she who does this every day for a living cannot? This is what LFP city government finds it worthy to spend money on false information that gets distributed at our expense. What is taking place from this administration is Trumpian. And I can't believe that I'm saying that here in LFP. I don't think it's funny, Your Honor. You're producing.
You've called me a liar, sir.
I'm saying you're producing false information, Your Honor.
Continue.
The heirs are still on the city website right now. I checked 10 minutes ago. Mayor French and Mr. Hill. I've been leaving voicemails and sending emails for months and haven't gotten a single reply where we could have discussed this. That speaks volumes right there. I wonder if you know this is inaccurate or not. I don't know. Council members, you are in receipt of my emails of the past 2 days. You are the legislative body, the designated check and balance on the executive. I hope that you take this responsibility seriously and deliver a message tonight that this is unacceptable at any level of government, be it federal or city. Voters deserve a fair and honest election, and we aren't getting it. Thank you for your time.
Good. Moving on. Anyone else in the public would like to make a comment?
Topic I'd like to discuss is a city ordinance from 2016, 1134, which is under Municipal Code 2.22.020, related to anytime you have a project of 5 or more years, we are to have a citizen committee. This would include like the roundabout and things like the levy, which I'm not going to talk about, but any program more than 5 years should have a citizen committee. And I'm concerned that that's not happening. And it's taking projects like the roundabout 7 years to get done, where if we look at what the work, say, Core did in the letter most of you signed for the letter to Sound Transit, that was a great example of how it works. I'd love to see us go back to what is in code and follow that on longer term projects. So that would be number one. I think it's also important to look at internally, why are things being rushed to the last minute? Why would something like the roundabout take 7 years? A lot of things change. Are we sure after 7 years at an increase of over $8 million, is that still the best solution of doing, say, a roundabout or a light or whatnot? What would change in that dynamic? And I think rushing things at the last minute, getting 3 days, 4 days to make a decision isn't a prudent way of going, having to waive the 3-touch rule. So I'm concerned about where that handoff is being taken place. A lot of time the council members don't have time to really make a prudent decision, especially after something that long. I would really encourage you to look at the internal workings of where these handoffs of data, of information is being exchanged so that we can all have our time to make a more prudent decision. So those are the two things I would love to see happen here in Lake Forest Park. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Bryce. Appreciate your comments very much.